guys, happy Saturday. It's Tracy and I'm back today to give you my final thoughts on the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow. That's the one we're doing. So if you're new here, welcome to the channel. If you haven't subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. We're almost to 200 subscribers. I think it was at 198. So it'd be really cool if we got 2 more subscribers and brought me to the 200 mark. And don't forget to give me a thumbs up while you're watching this video if you do enjoy it. So let's get on. I do have it on again today. I wore it all week. And let's see, it comes in 12 shades. Not the greatest amount of shades. It is $12.99 on the Ulta website. I'm looking at my notes, that's why I'm looking down. And right now it is buy 2 get 1 free, so can make for it to be a little bit cheaper. And it ranges, the very lightest is Classic Ivory and the very darkest is Cocoa. Now this claims to be a 24-hour wear with all day glow. And you can see that I have it on today and I'm not looking overly glowy. I have normal skin. I have a pop-in highlight on, but I mean everywhere else it's not overly glowy. So if you have oily skin and you want, you know, would like a little bit of glow, if you use a really good you know, primer that would keep your oils at bay, I think you might get a, you know, might like this because it's, like I said, it's not overly glowy. And I've used it with the Smashbox primer, I've used it with the Wet n Wild primer, Professional, and the Maybelline Hydrating formula. And I have the Maybelline Hydrating formula on today and it's just fine. And it worked well with all of those foundations. So I didn't notice it to be overly glowy. It did not settle into any of my fine lines or my smile lines. And the only place where I had problems was where I had dry skin. Like my lips still pretty dry and then my corner of my chin here is dry. And that's about the only place that I had any problems with it. But I'm going to cut to a clip. I tried to do a check-in, so I'm going to let you watch that check-in and then I'll be right back. Okay, here is a close-up of how the L'Oreal Pro Glow is looking on my skin. I just put it on at, it was 9 o'clock when I put it on, so it's 9:30 right now, 9:30 a.m. And I think today will be a fairly long day for me. My son was just rear-ended on the freeway, so I'm going to probably be gone all day. His car was totaled and he just bought it and hasn't even made the first payment on it. So, I don't know what to think. But yeah, this is how it's looking. I like the way it looks. I've been wearing it all week and I wanted to try to remember to get a check-in where you could actually see it on my skin. So this is what it's looking like. And I have the ColourPop Yes Please palette on today. And my lips are Wet n Wild Cashmere. And I just have the Ulta Beauty bronzer. And I found a Nude, BH Cosmetics Nude 10 pan eyeshadow blush palette at Burlington for $4.99. So that was a really good deal. I have that blush on and then I have a Cover FX highlighter on. So this is what it's looking like. I like the way it looks. It's, you know, not too glowy, but not matte. So it's nice. So yeah, it doesn't settle into my lines. It just seems to mesh with my skin pretty well. So I'll try to remember when I get back today to show you what it's looking like after like 10 hours or so. Or maybe more, I don't know. So that's what it's looking like now. And I will catch you in my next clip. Hi guys, it's Tracy here. And I wanted to do a check-in. This has been on now, I don't know if you can see, it's 7:12 p.m. And I put this on about 9 o'clock. So we are at the 10-hour mark. And I have to say, it does look relatively good. I mean, it held on to all my blush, my bronzer, my highlighter is still there. Only problem part I see is like here around my nose, and where I had that allergy, it is clinging to the dry skin here, which, I mean, that's no fault of the foundation. Mister wants to say hi. Say hi. And it's clinging right, you know, around here, and then it's worn off around my nose. But I was kind of wiping my nose all day because I was at the hospital with my son, and I actually had to leave him overnight because he has a concussion, and he was asking me the same questions over and over and over again, like, where was I? What happened? And he kept asking, where's Taylor, his sister? Where's Sis? She's not coming? Where's Pops? And I had told him, they're working. Like, they can't just drop their work if it's not, like, life-threatening. I mean, he was in a really bad accident. Let me show you. I don't know if you guys can see. That is his car. I think you can see it. I mean, if there had been anyone in the back seat, they would have probably been killed, because his trunk is pretty much in the back seat. So he didn't have like any broken bones, no internal, you know, bleeding. They think he's got a concussion, so they want to keep him for a day or two to make sure that that short-term memory loss goes away, because he was, I mean, just repeating, asking, you know, questions like the same ones over and over. And he didn't remember where he was, and he was like, how did I get here? And he said the only thing he remembered was leaving work, and then he woke up in the hospital naked with the gown on. So he didn't remember any of that. But that's not why you guys are here. You guys are here to see the foundation. So I'm sorry, I just got off on a tangent. So it performed very well for 10 hours. This is, I would say, you know, really good. It just held on. I'm really impressed that it held on to my blush and bronzer so well. So other than the nose and then, you know, the dryness of my lip, which is not the foundation's fault, I think we have a winner with this foundation. I think oily skin, unless you like a little bit of luminosity, but it's not that glowy. Like, I don't see like glow, like pro glow. I don't see like that I was glowing. I just, you know, it's, you know, maybe like a semi-matte, I don't know, semi, whatever you call it. I'm like so tired right now, so I don't even know. But yeah, if you're oily and you use a decent primer to hold your oil at bay, you might be able to get away with that. But let's get back to the video and I'll wrap things up. Okay, so you can see how it wore for a 10-hour day, and it was a long day, as you can tell, because my son was in a really bad car accident. So I'm going to make this video short and sweet because I have to get back over to the hospital. He's going to come home today, but he's going to be okay. He has like short-term memory loss, and he's just asking the same questions over and over and over again. But I think he's better this morning. So they're going to let him come home, and then I'm just going to keep my eyes on him, to, you know, make sure to watch for any kind of signs. So, yeah, I'm going to make it short, but I do really like this. I like the way it sits on my skin. It doesn't accentuate, you know, like I have this beard down here that I pick at all the time, but it doesn't accentuate too much. I don't have any texture, but I do have the dry skin, and then I do have like peach fuzz that the Revlon Color Stay clung to all of that. This doesn't do that, so I really do like this. I like the that it's not like matte and like super dry. Like, you know, you do have a little bit of, I mean, you can see like on my forehead I have a little bit of, you know, not matte but not really overly dewy. So I really do like this. I think that you have normal skin, you'll like it. Dry skin, I don't know, because like I said, it's clinging to the dry spots on my face, which is not the foundation's fault. That's just because it was dry. And then if you have not super oily skin, I would think you could probably use it. Or if you use the L'Oreal Pro Matte, if you mix this with that, you might get a really nice combination to where you're not dewy, but you're not super matte. I think that might be a really good mix. I don't have that one, but maybe I'll get that and try that together and you know, show you guys what or tell you guys what I think of that. I'm not sure what, you know, if you guys have any foundations that you'd like to see me test in Saturday Slay, yay or nay, let me know in the comment section below, and I'll try to make that happen. So yeah, that's, I like it. It's a good foundation. You see in the clip, I had a long day and it held up really well. I mean, it could have probably kept going if I would have wanted to, but I was so ready to take my makeup off and get into bed that I didn't care. So this next week, I'm going to be testing out the IT Cosmetics Your Skin But Better CC Cream with SPF 50. And I have mine in the shade Light. So I'm going to be testing this out this week, and we'll see how it goes. I've worn this before, but I haven't done like a full week test. So I wanted to do that to get a full week out of it. And if you're wondering what's on my eyes, I have the ColourPop Yes Please palette, and I found this new item. It's by Catrice, and it's called the Aquafresh Highlighting Shadow. And it is really cool. It's like this squishy, like squishiness, and it's just super like reflective. It's so pretty. This is the only one in the store, so I don't know if they have them in other colors. I'm not sure. This was just sitting in a random spot, and just if you buy it, there's a seal on the side, so make sure that the seal is on there. And I think it was $6.99 or $7.99, I think. So that is what I have on my eyes. My lips is the Healthy Lip by Physicians Formula, and this is in the shade Nut-tricious. And then my highlight is this new, or I don't even think it's new, it's the Master Chrome, and it's in the Rose Gold. And I don't know if I showed you guys this in another video. For some reason I'm thinking I did. But there it is. It's really, really pretty. I've been really liking that. And Ulta bronzer, and then this Nude blush palette by BH Cosmetics. I found this at Burlington for $4.99, so that was a really good deal. So that's going to wrap it up for this week's Saturday Slay, yay or nay. I'm sorry that it was kind of cut down and paraphrased, but I got to get out the door and get back to the hospital. So yeah, I really like the foundation, and I would highly recommend it. So this next week we'll be doing the IT Cosmetics CC Cream, Your Skin But Better. So that's going to wrap it up for today, guys. I hope you have a great weekend. Don't forget to subscribe, give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment, and I will catch you guys in my next video. Bye.